Today's topic is your customer service is your marketing. And in doing the research for this, I came across Peter Drucker, who's a management guru who these two boys have both heard of, new to me. But his statement, one of his statements said, your job of the business is to create and keep a customer. Obviously, it's not just about getting customers, it's about keeping customers happy. And we're going to sort of give a few examples of various companies, including our own, where there have been mistakes and not kept customers happy. We'll go on to that in a second. But in essence, this episode is all about, again, in the fitness industry, being more professional, is it not, James?
You have to repeat it just because you broke up then. I didn't hear you, so you have to say that again.
Just in essence, the episode is all about the fitness business being more professional.
Exactly, and that's it. It starts with customer service. Sorry about that. There's a little bit of a lag.
No, that's fine.
They said what was going on. But yeah, no, it is. I can't emphasize enough. There's mistakes being made at Strength Matters on customer service that you learn a lot from. And it's far easier and cheaper to keep a customer or a client than it is to get new ones. And therefore, you've got to put just as much effort into your customer service department as you do it with actually trying to find new people. And people don't even think about that. So, okay, Strength Matters is a little bit different from most businesses. We work all over the world. We get emails coming in every single day. You now see it, Josh, because you're now on the customer service system and the messages that come in. So it is really important we stay on top of it because people now expect. We're in the early 2000s, late 1990s, 2000s. We were in the customer service era. If you had exceptional customer service, you stood out. People stood out. You literally, you're way better than all the others. That's why Zappos is a great company in America that they sold to Amazon. They stood out. They had amazing customer service. They could send shoes back for free and all these different things. It was a fast, effective service department. Now, fast forward in 2024, it's expected. You expect instant customer service. You have WhatsApp channels on WhatsApp Business. You have emails. You have all these other things where people in the Netflix generation expect to have instant responses 24/7. Now, I know that's not relevant and it's not appropriate for most of us as coaches, but people expect it now. And the way to stand out is to have exceptional customer service, to respond in a timely manner, where I'm saying respond quickly. Like if it's somebody asking for help, you need to respond to them within 15 minutes, right? You have a system for that. Or at least when it comes to issues, respond to them within 24 hours at the most.
I was going to say 24 hours, right? It would be a good time
yes.
frame. Because you might, although I suppose you could respond, say, we're not, we're going to look into this for you. At least you've given them some sort of response and then can get back.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think the way we look at it is we look at it in terms of I look at every in the morning, I look at it midday, and I look at it before we shut down for the end of the day. So I've covered over the course of 3 hours essentially. So we cover those periods. So a couple of hours wait is acceptable, but we need to be on top of it the entire time. But if you have a terrible reputation in customer service, people leave reviews. They leave bad reviews. You don't want that. It's reputation management, essentially.
Yeah. Do you want to talk a little bit about the great T-shirt debacle of 2017?
The amazing T-shirt debacle of 2017. This is a great example of this. So I decided to give away a great offer to join our Inner Circle membership with the magazine and everything, that every time you sign up for the first 30 days, you get a free T-shirt. I had this amazing, what I thought, ship-on-demand T-shirt printing service based in Europe that they were going to literally do it all for us. And what happened? They didn't deliver any of the T-shirts. They got lost in the post. I think about 15 to 20% of T-shirts got lost, got delivered. The other 80% wiped off. No one knows where they went to, and we have no idea. It was awful. People going nuts. Like mugs and T-shirts, we've learned. Like mugs as well. Simple customer service in this, in the sense of we ship mugs with our memberships, and the first batch of mugs were in a terrible packaging, so they broke. So when we shipped them, they were literally smashing everywhere. So people are getting broken mugs in the post, and we had to repackage them all and send them out. That's a terrible form of customer service and marketing and like a perception of your brand. So you got to be careful of it. Same with like emails. We had a point in 2018-19 where we got hacked by Russian hackers at some point, and it was horrendous because they were like literally. We had our team of like good developers trying to fight against these hackers from Russia, and they were like fighting back and forth all the time. And what happened was like people's emails got lost because the systems went down. Their emails got lost, and they came back and actually reviewed us badly on I think, not TripAdvisor, what's the other one? Trustpilot. So we had terrible reviews on that because we couldn't see the emails, and we now had no record of them, but we saw they sent them when we realised a month later what had happened. And it was, it's unbelievable. But look, it is so important, and the reputation is so important, but it's also this idea of professionalisation and professionalise your fitness business. And I think Andrew can go on to us a little bit more now as well, but the fact that...
I was going to say, Andrew, do you want to give us another couple of examples? You don't have to, of bad customer service, you don't have to mention, you could mention names, it's up to you.
Well, I can give examples from my own case where, as a fitness professional, when you're getting requests, inquiries, people asking questions and that, but you're that busy dealing with the day-to-day operations of things and training your clients that you think, I'll get back to that later. And back in the day, as James says, years ago, that you may have been able to fly with that if you got back to them eventually. But these days, it's got to be almost instantaneous. So when we say professionalising, if I'd had a simple message that went out either quickly myself or automatically saying, I've got your message, I'll be back to you within a defined time frame, we mentioned 24 hours, then that person knows that you've seen their request and you will get back to them. Of course, you need to get back to them. But that, I think, is in essence what we need to be doing as fitness professionals now, because there's so much more competition these days, and first impressions count, as James mentioned a little earlier, so that if we can set that bar relatively high and then deliver initially with response and then lead them down a defined customer journey so that we can showcase our professionalism, I think that helps a lot.
As I say, a good way to think about this now is a lot of people deal with customer service via Facebook Messenger, Facebook, WhatsApp, the personal private emails. Whenever anybody messages me privately, I always direct them back to the email address. So I go, hey guys, great question. Make sure you send it to help@strengthmatters.com, please, so we can make sure it gets looked after and taken care of for you effectively, because otherwise it gets lost. You see something on the go, you forget about it, and go, oh crap, I've done this in the past several times. So that's why my default thing is now is get them to send an email to help@strengthmatters.com so we can control the dialogue, control the system, and make sure it doesn't get lost in the world, in the ether, basically.
Yeah. Well, that was going to be my question about some practical steps that Fit Pros can do to help them with customer service. Is it about obviously having a dedicated email address, business email address, not josh@hotmail.com or anything like that? Have a professional email address, but also does it come down to having a CRM system as well?
Yeah, it does have a CRM system. Like for the guys who are bronze, silver, gold members with our website design service, they get the CRM system behind the scenes, so that helps to have that. But I'd say very simply, on minimal funds, professional email, josh@strengthmatters.com is a good example, to have that on your website so you control it in an inbox. Use Google Mail or Outlook or Exchange to have that in a professional service. They come through to you have got Outlook or a mail service system where you can control it. That's on a budget. However, if you are a gym or you've got more clients and you're working here, you need a system and a tool. Now we use Front, not affiliated anyway with it. Front is the best service system that we have because we can have multiple channels, and we have a concierge service. So we have our black belt and VIP service compared to our help one. So we know we can make sure we look after those guys better. Everyone gets treated well, but those guys get priority over everything else we deal with in those terms. So Front is the thing. Intercom's another one, but that's really expensive. Zendesk is another one where it's email services, but they're all around the $30 to $50 mark. But it's an investment well spent to look after customer service and make sure your messaging and ticketing system is done correctly, so people can have help when they need it most. And it sets you apart. That you then become a reliable, trustworthy fitness professional, as opposed to another jack of all trades, master of none, who just plays around with his phone and WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger, basically.
Andrew, anything you want to add to that?
James has covered it really. Just be professional and have an outline of the process that you're going to deliver, so that and then look to streamline it as much as possible. But the key thing, make sure you do respond in that timely manner.
There we go. Fantastic. I hope... sorry, Jez, I thought you were going to add something there before I signed off. No, you're all good? We're all good. So I hope that was helpful for you. That is it for today. Please don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. And if you want to find out what's holding you back from growing your fitness business and get yourself a free website audit, go to strengthmatters.com/audit.